Hello, everyone. Today's presentation is by Clearview Business Brokers, and it is titled Top 5 Tips When Purchasing a Business. The first thing is it's important to avoid scams. Be wary of a broker that advertises a business for sale and subsequently seeks compensation from the buyer. Also, be wary of a seller that asks for a non-refundable fee to disclose information about the business. It should be sufficient to sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. Also, do not take financial statements at face value. Do your due diligence to ensure that the financials are accurate. Look at financial records 3 to 5 years back and watch out for any unexplained spike in income. Also, look at bank statements, receipts, and invoices and try to match them up with the income statements to see any discrepancies. Number 2 is hire an experienced accountant. Hire an accountant that has been accustomed to reviewing similar transactions. The financial expert will have the experience to review the balance sheets and income statements and recognize any red flags, as well as properly assess the value of the business. Number 3 is how to get operating capital. Once you purchase a business, it's important to be able to secure operating capital. Firstly, you can negotiate with your suppliers to give you more time to pay them. This way you'll have the time to bring in the money in order to pay them off. Also, use of credit lines at favorable terms can be a good idea. The responsible use of credit cards, if they are paid timely, can also be in your best interest. Some cards, in fact, have 0% interest the first year. A lot of businesses also use factoring, which convert receivables into cash by selling the receivables. Overpaying for a business. There are times when the asking price of a business might seem rich, but after you factor in certain things not reflected in the income, such as real estate included in the sale, you realize you have secured an amazing deal. Be skeptical of sellers' representations of cash that is coming into the business that is not reflected in the income statements in assessing the value of the business. Also, do careful due diligence to find out all possible liabilities of the business that can have an adverse effect on assessing on the value of the business. Properly valuing a business. In businesses netting under $500,000 a year, the purchaser will typically look at something called seller's discretionary figure. This figure is the sum of the manager's salary plus the income of the business. In valuing the business, one might ask themselves, how much would they be willing to pay to secure themselves a job with a certain level income? In this specific instance, the job is managing their own business. A lot of times that figure might be a multiple of 2 of the seller's discretionary figure. However, this really depends on the sector that you are getting involved in. Some areas, some businesses involve greater risk, and people want to be able to get a greater return on their investment. So it's also important to do your due diligence to find out what is a typical multiple in that specific business sector in figuring out whether the price is reasonable. I hope that this presentation was helpful. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out at 646-513-2100. Thank you and have a great day.